All right, third grade, we are back with video number 2 for reading. This is workbook page 17 and 18. Yes, Paul and Olivia always ask. You may, and I think Layla does too. You can rip it out, make sure your name's on it, just so when you're turning in pictures, I make sure that it's the right picture with the right kid. Okay, so if you don't need the video and you can do this workbook page on your own, I know there's a couple of you that would be totally fine without the video. I am okay with that, okay? The video is more just to help those who need that extra little bit of help and encouragement, okay? No worries. All right, guys, so section A, I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. Notice over here, these are the words, your word bank, bold words, picture captions, section headings. Now, we talked about this in school about a week ago. And you'll find this, it's an informational text is the story we read. And you'll find this though in all of the stories we read. They're going to have certain words are bold. Some have picture captions, and then different sections of the story have like a topic heading at the top. So in section A up here, we write the words that complete the sentences about informational text. So number 1, words that tell about a picture are called what? If you're saying picture captions, you are correct. And Mrs. Connor is actually going to write that right on the screen with you. And we, parents, if you're watching too, we just do these in class together. Those that feel confident enough to do it on their own, I just let them work at their own pace, and then they have other assignments that they complete if their friends are if we're still working on it. So, okay, number 2, words that tell the main topic of a section are called, well, we are seeing the word section here, so I would think section headings would be the right answer, right, guys? Very good. Section headings. Okay, and then number 3, and you guys can, I always tell you to cross these out, okay? Words that point out something important about the topic are your bold words. Kind of a process of elimination there. Bold words. Okay. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit and move my paper and then zoom into this part. Okay, so section B, read each phrase and put an X below the correct means of communication. So, uses signs made by the fingers on a hand. Are you going to use the finger alphabet, sign language, or lip reading? We're going to use the finger alphabet. Very good. Uses the lips and face of a person. That's pretty self-explanatory. You're going to do lip reading. And then uses signs made with the hand or arm. That's going to be sign language. Okay, that's workbook page 1. Well, 17, but the first one. I'm going to switch screens and go to the second one. Now, normally in school, we would just probably do the reading and one workbook page, and then the next day we would reread and review and then do the next page. But this is it for reading today. But I'm making it due on Friday. So you have today and tomorrow to get it done. No worries. All right, so let me zoom in here. Section C, write the letter of the correct invention. So we have A as our cochlear implant, B is hearing aid, C is teletypewriter. So number 4, this invention has changed much since it was invented. Today it is small enough to be worn inside the ear. I think B is our answer. Very good. Hearing aid. Number 5. This invention has allowed many deaf people to hear sound. It has 2 parts. One part is placed under the skin behind the ear. The other part attaches to the side of the head. If you're saying A, cochlear implant, you are correct. Give yourselves a pat on the back. And number 6, obviously we've used this one and this one, so C would be our answer, but I'm going to read it anyway. This invention helps deaf people use the telephone. The deaf person can read the messages on a screen. Okay, I'm going to move up and zoom into our bottom part here. All right, so section D, write the words under the correct heading. So we have cochlear implant, lip reading, finger alphabet, sign language, hearing aid, and teletypewriter. So we have communication for the deaf over here, and then technology for the deaf. So I'm going to go ahead and write these down. So let's start with the very first one. Cochlear implant. Is that technology or communication? That would be technology. So we're going to just write that over here. Okay, cross that off. And then we have lip reading. That's a form of communication. So we're going to put that over here. And you know what? I think you guys can do the rest on your own, right? Finger alphabet would go here. Sign language would go here. Hearing aid is technology, and the teletypewriter. So these two would come down here. Okay? You guys can do this. Take pictures and send them in when you're done. You have today and tomorrow to do it. And that's it for this week, guys, for reading. Take care.